And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to the Hello LLC. If you don't know, Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Web3 Optimizations. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have an amazing conversation where we're going to be talking about Entrepreneur's Edge, mastering weekly social media campaigns. And that's what today's conversation is about. We're going to get ChatGPT to get involved in on this conversation, give us some facts over our opinions, over what we think might work, and really talk about how you guys can increase your brand recognition. Because something that we continuously share with you guys, you do not have a business if you are not showcasing your business. And now more than ever, it is easier than ever to copy, paste, drag, drop, and to be able to showcase your business on different platforms like LinkedIn, like TikTok, like Instagram, like Facebook, like YouTube, like your actual Google SEO that you as an entrepreneur, you as a business, I surely hope you have a Google account set up to where people can leave reviews, especially if you are doing audio events. This should definitely be something you implement into your business immediately. Because what we find a lot of the times is that people don't have the systems in place. And that's really what today's conversation is about, is to help you throughout these transitions and, more importantly, get you out of that rut. Because with social media, oh my goodness, it can be a whirlwind. And you're talking to two individuals with the Hello LLC. We have well over about 10,000 posts between all three of our accounts. So when we talk about these things, this isn't something that we're just sharing with you that we haven't done, that that you think you should do. This is actually our experience on things that you can implement into your business. And we really want you to ask us any questions. Hey, David, Tara, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. Please put it in the chat, come up on stage, ask us a question. Not only that, you guys come and join us in our metaverse in the Hello Plaza, that you can join metaverse from your cell phone, your laptop, your iPad, or your VR headset. And this is where we really showcase a completely different experience. Oh, by the way, how is all my TikTok fam doing as well? We're live on TikTok as well as we continue to share with you guys. You have to be able to spread yourself out. And more importantly, not just strategically have a social media campaign, but also know your target audience. And that's something that we'll talk about as well, to start from the actual basics and the foundation of when we talk about, your social media. It's not just spraying and praying. And so often we do the spray and pray, and we're just hoping that anything sticks. And I tell you what, we did that when we first started, right, baby?
Boy, did we.
and
you are human, you breathe, let's talk.
Exactly. And this is where we share with you all that you have to be able to know your target
Hell,
audience.
we even talked to animals, but they didn't listen.
They look, we even started a Facebook page for our dearly beloved dog that passed away, Mr. Stoney. We had him an actual Facebook, an Instagram page, and was sharing everything and anything to just appeal to anybody. And as we share with you all, we can help you, but the saving part is up to you. And that is where we encourage you guys to get out of that old mindset, that old mentality, the way of thinking of things that used to work, but they might not work right now. And that's really what today's conversation is about, and talking about social media campaign. And so with that being said, love, with tomorrow, if you guys don't know, my birthday was last Saturday on the 13th, and Tara's birthday is tomorrow on the 17th. So you're dealing with two cancers,
boy,
if you don't know. And oh my goodness, it's definitely a whirlwind, but we're celebrating.
Sometimes there's just crab meat flying.
Yes.
Not in a good
crab
way.
Meat flying.
Not in a good way. Like, you lost a chopper, don't care.
It'll grow back.
It'll grow back.
It'll grow back. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I just keep on moving.
Just keep moving. But with that being said, love, what is your take on, this conversation today as we share more?
Well, hello, everybody. It's a great Tuesday to be here. Thank you so much for joining in on this conversation. We're going to talk about social media. And if you guys have been around this conversation or Campfire before, we have talked about this conversation for 8+ years and the importance of social media. It's not the same conversation we had 8 years ago, but some of it is. It's the fact that you got to get online before you're left behind. And a lot of people don't understand, the power of social media if used in a proper, positive manner. A lot of times we have old conditioned ideas and ways. So, David was sharing with me the other day, someone's like, you should buy some Facebook ads. And I was like, no, absolutely not. And that's just my 2 cents, because we've been down that road and it doesn't work. People, look,
it didn't work for us. Put it to that way.
People are smart. They don't want to be advertised. They don't want to feel like they're being advertised. At the end of the day, you, as in a human, you are a smart creature. You know what a freaking advertisement is, and you know what the goal of it is. When in the same time and money that you can spend doing that, you can jump on, the live platforms and share value, have an interaction with people. And when people have an interaction with you, then they're willing to want to be like, hey, let's have a conversation about other things. Like, what else do you know, right? It's just, at the end of the day, what is happening in social media is that authenticity is the cream of the crop. It is the jam on your biscuit. It is the butter on your biscuit. It is the cat's meow. It is what people are looking for. Let me ask you this question. We all scroll hole. Don't deny that you don't. David does too, and he's the one that is the least of it in this relationship. But when you
I got caught scroll holing earlier watching an excavator. Excavation take down these bushes, and I was supposed to be sending out, sending out invites,
and you're
watching
like, oh shit, it got me. Some sort of excavation.
Yeah, but he was good. The boy was good.
Anywho, point is proven. Thank you for proving my point.
Yeah.
It comes down to people want to actually see. They don't care if you are in your pajamas. They don't care if you got lipstick smeared across your face because you just woke up and didn't, wipe your makeup off. They actually prefer that, in the sense that you just look normal. These individuals that have very curated social media platforms, that used to do the trick. 8 years ago, when we were having this conversation, if you had a monochromatic, social media that everything was matchy and you did you had the same look, or you were all done up every day, or whatever it is, that worked. Today, nope, it doesn't. Ask yourself when you roll up on somebody who looks normal, you're like, oh, wow, I look the same right now. Like, my hair's, sticking on end, and I got coffee breath. At the end of the day, good thing it's social media, because you can't smell the coffee breath and the bad hair. If he doesn't like you can keep on scrolling. Point being is, we feel more drawn. I was going to say attracted, but I didn't want that to be taken the wrong way. We feel more drawn to those creators, those ones that are out there sharing their story authentically. Boy, let me get that word out today. So authenticity is the bread, the cream, the next thing, the best thing since sliced bread, whatever you want to call it, whatever your cat's meow is. That is the jam. And a lot of times I always, ask myself is, will you show up? And I share this with y'all. I still have to get over the fact in my head at sometimes of, I got, a pimple on my chin that looks like Mount Everest that wants to say hi. Girls, we don't, love to put our vulnerability. No, we shouldn't at least say this. Humans don't love to put their vulnerability out there. But, women, at the end of the day, when you have been around a society for so long that you have to be airbrushed and, to be on, to look amazing, all this crap, and we realize that it's all touched up, we're breaking the mold of that, but it's still old habits that we show up and we're like, oh, I don't want to go live because my hair is sticking on end, or I wore my makeup to bed last night and I got, raccoon eyes, whatever the hell it is. We have to understand, just showing up as you, sharing your story. And if you're not a good talker, like if you get live and you go blank and you're like, what was I talking about? Guess what?
I did that earlier.
More people are going to resonate with you because they do that. They're like, well, shit, I'm not the only one. David does that. Hello LLC does that. And it comes down to just getting out there. And as David says, pushing the button, pressing the button, getting yourself there. And one thing that David always likes to remind me and anybody else thereof, that if you have somebody that is telling you about your live or how you looked, and I'm going to say there's an asterisk star on that of how you look, because I'm going to circle back to that point in a funny, and then we'll pass this mic over to David and get this ball rolling, is that, you know what, screw them. You should ask them, when was the last time you went live? Let me see you going live. Let me see you doing this. And it's not that you need to be like, say screw you, but at the end of the day, don't worry about them. Don't worry about who they are and what they are and how they're showing up, because at the end of the day, they're not pushing the button like you. And that little asterisk star that I was saving until later, until I got back around to tell you this. Look, I would hope that somebody does tell somebody something if there is, you're on live and you accidentally have a body part that is showing that you is kind of the no-go zone for social media, meaning it's below the waist and above the kneecaps. And so I share that because there is a TikTok out there going around of a young lady who was on stage that didn't realize that her skirt showed everything. And I mean everything. And that is where people should stop and say, hey, young lady, let me help you, and we'll be right back. That's where somebody should jump in and, and save your ass when you got your, everything showing. So with that said, it comes down to the simple fact of press the button. At least she pressed the button, but little does she know that was the wrong skirt with the wrong angle.
You pressed the button and you showed a little extra, girl.
She definitely would have fit into OnlyFans on that one for sure. Look, yeah. I got everybody running out to TikTok right now looking for that one. What is it? So yeah, anywho. Woo!
But
back to you, Mr. Jones.
But you're spot on, right? And that's what we share with people. Even before we get into the strategies and things of that sort, you got to get out of your own way. This morning I shared, your perspective, is literally, your purpose, and what you showcase internally and externally. That's what your life portrays. And a lot of the times when we do think of social media, it's like, oh, I don't want to put myself out there. I don't know what my mom is going to say. Oh, I don't know what my father is going to say. Oh, I don't know what my friends are going to say. This, that, and the other. Let me share something with you all. Stop worrying about them. Start creating your own business page from a Facebook, from a LinkedIn, from a TikTok, all of these pages where you can separate your personal life with your actual, business life. And that way you don't have that mindset. What if McDonald's? What if Walmart? What if Apple said, you know what, we're going to stop social media? They would be in a world of trouble. There'd be a nice little dent out of their marketing strategy and out of their brand recognition. And this is something that you all have to be able to implement, especially as we talk about the demographics, your target audience of who you're going after, and not only who you're going after, but, marketing is letting people know what you do and how you do it. Branding is being consistent at showing up and being committed to you showcasing your business. And I think a lot of the times we get that confused, that, if you got a great great product, it's not really marketing. It's just letting people know what you do and then letting your testimony speak for yourself. We do multiple testimonies from our Hello Pivot, from in Metaverse, that you guys don't even have to hear from us talking about our own products, from our Biz in a Box, our One App, One Tap, that literally gets rid of your old crusty, dusty website, that link tree. Maybe you don't have one. Maybe it's time to upgrade because you haven't done it since before the pandemic, after the pandemic, and now times are changing, things are changing, and you got to be able to implement this AI. You got to be able to have your infrastructure in place as we move to this Web3. And something we continuously share with you guys, social media is changing like no other. It's no longer going to be videos and posts anymore. Those of you that are paying attention and watching social media, you're seeing a lot of this AI. You're seeing a lot of gamification where people are watching other people play games. You should be doing that same thing for your business. Like prime example, those of you that do come into our Hello Plaza, you actually gain Hello coins. And the amount of coins that you gain, you can actually trade those in for our services and our products. We're gamifying our business because nobody wants the old, crusty, dusty ways of how we used to do business. And I say that from email campaigns to subscribe to this, subscribe to that. It blows my mind, especially for my folks on LinkedIn. We ask people to subscribe to our newsletter, but let me ask you something. Are you reading the newsletters you get? Probably not. About 85% of people aren't reading it. So what is that really doing you any justice of creating that content and making that content when you literally could do a live video on that, put it into an AI tool and have the AI tool splice it and dice it for you, have captions up underneath it. Now you have social media content for the whole entire week, other than one social, subscription that people aren't reading. So we have to boost this up. Prime example, like with our podcast, you no longer have to go to Spotify or Apple to listen to our podcast. You literally can go directly on our Biz in a Box and boom, you get to listen to it, or you can go into Metaverse and watch it. We have Roberta Pacino. She's an amazing artist. If you guys don't recognize the name, yes, her brother is Al Pacino, but she's a major artist and she's able to tell people, hey, come into the Metaverse and listen to my podcast, Kiss of Fame, and also go and check out my art gallery. We're in her Kiss of Fame studio. She's able to showcase her podcast and people can come and look at her amazing art where she doesn't have to go and rent out an actual gallery. She doesn't have to go and ask a restaurant, hey, can you showcase my stuff, and worry about it being, messed up and things of that sort. She literally gets to create a different experience, which is something that we share with you guys all. You got to be able to create a different experience, just like you want a different experience. Some of you don't go shop at Walmart. You go shop at Target because it's a different experience. Some of you don't go shop at Ross or Marshalls. You go shop at Macy's or Nordstrom's because it's a different experience. Some of you aren't even much shopping on that and you're shopping online. Hello. So this is where you too have to make your business online and accessible for people to get fast action, and to the point where a lot of us are utilizing the old mentality of let me talk to you, let's do this, let's do that. No, the average age of the world is 30 years old. And so let's act as if we were 30 years old and you didn't want to talk to uncle, you didn't want to talk to grandma, you didn't want to listen, although right now your ass should have listened knowing what you know now, right? But this is just some simple, strategies that you guys should be able to implement. And so when we talk about your target audience, let's get real deep and nitty gritty into this, right? What is the demographic of your target audience? How old are they? What gender are they? What education level are they? What professional level are they? How much income do they make? Right? What do they drive? What's the household size? What is that? And look, if you don't know who your target audience is, the best advice I can share with you, especially if you sell services or products, is who you used to be. Mm-hmm. That's your best. That's where you need to start. Starting spot. Who were you 5-10 years ago, and what were you doing? Right. That is your best target audience. Not only that, psychology. Right. What are their hobbies? What are their values? What are their pain points? This is huge. Remember that word alone. What is their pain points? What is their goals? What are some other favorite brands and products that they use? Okay. So now we'll move to the behavior. How are they making their buying decision? Are they online? Are they in Metaverse? Are they on lives? Are they going to audio events? Are they listening to podcasts? Where would you go 5 years ago? Right? What would make their life easier should be something that you definitely talk about. Our Biz in a Box makes your life easier so you can stop utilizing Adobe, Linktree, 10K, an old outdated website, and you actually have a system where you can stop being the janitor in your business and you can be the president of your business, let alone when you show up, you show out. To where now you're not embarrassed to say, hey, go visit my Linktree, and that person doesn't know to go to the bar and get drunk first before they go through all of these selections that you got on there, or they go to your Biz in a Box, they can get your free, wall of wealth. They can get your free book. They can get a free painting where it's automatically sent to them, where you have an email strategy that you can actually have printed out for them, or sent to them, should I say, not printed out. Not only that, your podcast. All of you should definitely have a podcast to where people have easy access to it, other than going anywhere else. Do you have an immersive experience that you can be able to showcase to people? You don't have to, but it's definitely coming. Not only that, being able to strategize and position your business to where people know what you do. Do you have a calendar that is actually a calendar that's accessible and works and notifies your clients or your customers when that appointment is? Do they get emails? Do they get text messages? Or what we find a lot of the times is that people is missing a lot of appointments because they don't have a system. And so that right there, my friends, is definitely the behavior of that some of you might be dealing with right now. Industry questions, right? What other products and services do they use? You should probably go and collaborate with somebody else that is doing not something the same, but you could be utilizing hand for hand, right? What are their biggest challenges that they face? Okay. And so this is just some of the things that hopefully I just gave you guys a whole week of campaign ideas that you could be implementing for your weekly campaign, to where literally, what are their pain points? What are their goals? You should be creating things around that. Is it a carousel? Is it a simple picture? Is it a post? And this is something for you all. Look, press the button. Press the button, press the button, press the button. I don't care what it is. Press the button and ask yourself, hey, today's Tuesday. How many social media posts have I put out about my business today? Not only that, are you preventative with your social media? And that's something that we want to share with you guys as well, is that we have an app that our Pivot members know about fully, like no other. And we want to share that with you guys as well, is that, do you have an AI tool like we share with our Pivot members that allows you to have Chat GPT? It allows you to have Canva. It allows you to have Midjourney. It allows you to have, your HubSpot all in one. Okay. Tara and I utilize an app that we'll share with you guys if you hit us in the back channel, or if you are already part of our Pivot membership, and we'll give you a free month of this app as well, right? That you get access to. Just let us know and we'll send you the link. But check this out. This app literally allows me to put in just a paragraph of what I want to be able to, talk about for my business. And it will then create short little posts for me where I can then press that button. It will automatically AI generate a post for me, whether I want a video, whether I want an actual image, whether I want a voiceover, right? Or I want a carousel. It then will allow me to change the colors, do everything to Canva and anything of that sort. I can insert videos. I can insert anything you guys want to know. Go check out our social media and you'll see all of these, to where literally now I can go into this platform and it will allow me to post on Facebook. It will allow me to post in my storyline. It will allow me to post in Instagram storyline. It will then allow me to post on my Google SEO. It will also post on my LinkedIn. It will also post on my TikTok. It will also post on my Pinterest. It will also post on my YouTube. And I hope you caught on to that, because a lot of you right now are not posting on your social media because you're like, damn, David, I do not want to go from LinkedIn to TikTok to Facebook to YouTube to all of this. You know how long that's going to take me, brother? A long damn time. Trust me. I spent 60 hours a week doing this for all of our platforms, and it became cumbersome. I was our damn social media expert more than an actual CEO of our business, because I knew how important it was. But with this AI app, guys, I've been able to cut that 60 hours down to 5 hours a week, where right now, no cap, right? As the youngsters say, no BS, as the youngsters say, right? We have 5 posts a day until Saturday. That's already pre-scheduled out the gate. Tomorrow's Tara's birthday, so that definitely had to be planned. And so while we're out and about tomorrow,
I mean, you can be posting social media, but I won't be here.
She won't be posting anything, but it's already planned, right? Miss Diana down there, she just had her anniversary last week, right? And so this is something that you all can be utilizing to minimize your time and get your time back. You want to know what Hello LLC does? We buy you time. We save you time utilizing systems and AI strategies that most business owners, enterprises do not know about. This app that I'm talking to you guys about, enterprises utilize this app that they literally give to their marketing team and say, hey, use this app, where you all have access to this as well. Like I said, we'll give you a free month. When you guys come to our How To Tuesdays, it's about showing you, teaching you, or doing it for you. But you're going to get some knowledge. It's up to you if you're going to press that button.
You're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. And so that's one of the things that we definitely want you guys to understand. And if anybody wants to come up and ask any questions, let's do it, because I definitely want to bring in our Chat GPT and maybe break down, hey, what's a great social media campaign for an artist? What's a great social media campaign for an actual financial advisor? What's a great social media campaign for somebody that does audio rooms weekly on this particular event? You shouldn't just be posting about your actual event. You should be posting facts and opinions and other things surrounding that event, so that way it supports that, right? Just like earlier today, I posted something that would go along with today's title. And so these are just little tips and tricks that we want you guys to implement, because Tara and I have been in business now, which is amazing, 8 years. We've made it past the threshold of, the 5-year marker, where 32% of businesses don't make it. And we're still not there yet to where we're fully, made that 10-year mark. But still, we want to share with you guys the landmines that we have went through to be able to fast track you and avoid those landmines. And you too can do these things if you choose to do them. And look, I am not no social media technology guru person whatsoever. My ass, text message, phone call. That was it. That was my extent 8 years ago. When me and Tara first started our business, guys, it took me 3 hours to make a post. I would go and create the content. I then was horrible at writing, period. I would write a horrible, intro. I would then have to go to Tara. Tara, love, can you correct this? Can you do this? Can you do that? She would be doing things. She would get aggravated. That would be arguments like no other, because I would want it out. She wasn't ready for it. And it
it was the I need it and I need it now.
Yeah.
And it was like, you didn't see all the other shit I'm doing right now?
Yeah. That part.
Let me
that
just
part.
stop.
Yeah.
Your
emergency, your lack of planning
does
not constitute as my emergency. And so, yeah. And so, we've come so far of being able to really, make this transition. And that's why we share with you guys all, is that this AI has done wonders for our business that we've been talking about before Chat GPT. I remember this live like no other when we very first started. Hey, this AI and this technology is going to take over. We were implementing chat bots for people, back when we had our wellness company, that we had AI in our business. We were implementing ClickFunnels when ClickFunnels first came out. I mean, we were doing the Facebook ads and all of these things when it first came out. If it's something new, we tried it. We did it, right? And so that's why we share with you guys. We're giving you the game, right? Even if you don't join our Pivot membership at $7 a month, just come to these How To Tuesdays and we'll give it to you.
I'm just going to say, let me just rip the Band-Aid off right now. And for everybody who's listening, there's no easy track. Let me just say that right now, because everybody has sold people that, you just do this and it's so easy. Well, yeah, I guess if it's compared to digging a trench with a shovel, absolutely. But there's no easy way, in the sense that there's no easy button. The closest easy button that you get to is by utilizing AI technology, real talk. And so I want to come back to this. I said it in the beginning when I first started talking. I'm going to say it again. It comes back to your authenticity. It comes back to how real you are being and who you are showing up. And when you are real and you are that authentic person, people connect with that. Then they hear the value that you're sharing, the information that you're sharing, and they're like, oh, okay, I'll be a part of this conversation, or I'll come back around to this, community and listen in again, because I got extremely, valuable information from spending my time. People want to know, if they spend their time, is it going to be valuable to them? Now, everybody's value is different. Some people, you can be here, some people can be higher, it doesn't matter. But the point is people want to walk away feeling that they've gained value of some sort from their time they spent with you. And if it is not, or they feel like they're constantly being solicited or constantly being pushed to go buy something instead of the value that you're sharing, people kind of get turned off with that. I mean, unless you create a review channel and your social media is all about reviewing a product and giving your 2 cents about if you would use this product moving forward or not, then that's where yes. But if it is in a situation or an atmosphere like this, where we're sharing value about your social media campaigns and how to construct those and how to actually utilize technology to help you, so you're not constantly doing it. Because let me tell you, 9 out of 10 of you, so 90% of you, the first week after you would have to do all of this manually, will quit because it's too much time. You don't see a return on your value of your time, or a return on your time in value. And so you're like, no. And we have to understand, if us humans only have an attention span of 7 seconds, which goldfish are 8, then we have to realize that our expectation to have immediate results from posting, like we go viral the first time we post, that expectation, even though it's not what's the word? I'm not going to say feasible, but it's not reality to the majority. But because we live in that bubble and we know it's not reality, we still have that unexpected expectation. And so when we don't see that return on investment of time or energy, then you're like, I'm out. I don't want to post to my social media anymore. And I will tell you this. We had somebody that jumped on here. I think it was Chris last week. Chris jumped into our clubhouse room, and he is, David and him go back a year or two now. And he says, man, you guys are consistent. You guys are consistent. I see you everywhere. If I'm on Facebook, I see you guys. If I'm on Instagram, I see you guys. If I'm on TikTok and I'm not even following you, it'll pop up as because the algorithm can read it. So that presence, guys, is gold. We might not be going viral every post that we have, but that consistency is what is gold. And then when you go back through it and you see it's woven with the authenticity, that is double gold. So I will hand this back to you, Mr. Jones, because I think we're getting ready to partake in
ChatGPT.
Yeah. But before we do that, thank you. Ms. Dina, welcome on up. Let's jump into this conversation. What would you like to add? Thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm really receiving a lot of value listening to you and really resonating. So for me, I've been really resistant to the whole AI thing, to be honest with you. And I'm finally, just the other day, I really don't like writing emails because I sit there for 20 minutes trying to write. I'm writing is not my most strong, thing to try and craft an email that's gonna, and then you know what? Let me try and put it through AI. And that AI, ChatGPT, it takes and condenses my huge thing into a short paragraph. And I was like, oh my darn, but is this, my question then remains, so is this so authentic to me? If I'm allowing AI to write for me, I mean, I guess it's kind of is it any different than letting another human being edit it for me? I guess. Now, saying that out loud, and I'm like, huh. So anyway, so there's that. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And I'm really interested in that membership because right now I'm paying, $12 a month for Canva plus the other thing, and I'm not paying for ChatGPT yet, but I like the sound of moving that all together. So I'd love to hear more about that. And yeah, there's that.
Well, first of all, thanks for jumping up here and asking those questions or just sharing and being vulnerable in the fact that you're like, I'm not sure if I'm totally on the AI board yet, on that train. Because guess what? You are the majority of people, just because David and I talk about it like, we're ducks to water, you are the majority, and that is A-okay. So here's my 2 cents, and this is just my 2 cents from utilizing it from we used to do it the old way, because I am an emailer. I am an emailer. Ask David. David's always like, why are you emailing? Because it's a paper trail. And whether it's a good, bad, or indifferent paper trail, it's a paper trail. And so I, just a little back history, 22 plus years in corporate America, many of those years spent writing corporate emails or emails to CEOs or C-level executives that didn't like to hear the word no, but you had to tell them no in the most polite way to not piss them off to make sure you kept the business. And so I know about writing emails and like just poring over an email and making sure how it sounds and how it's going to be perceived when someone else reads it, and the tone, because you can't read tone in emails, but it's what happens anyways. And so I know the hours spent on utilizing ChatGPT to rewrite emails and all that. And here's my 2 cents, just from my perspective of doing it the way that you're doing it, and now utilizing either Gemini and or Pi and or ChatGPT. I prefer to use AI, and here's why. It saves me time, and my time is the most valuable thing that I own. And so I prefer to save my time so I can utilize that on other things. Now, here's how I make sure that the tone is what I want it to be, and it's utilizing words that I want it. It's the prompting. And that is exactly what you were speaking to, like when you're, put in your dialogue or your version, your rough draft, and all of a sudden it condenses it down to a single paragraph. And you're like, you cut out the meat and potatoes. And I wanted the meat and potatoes. It comes down to your prompting. And I'm not going to say that you have bad prompting. It's just a beginner prompting. And beginner prompting is when you learn like how to be able to prompt an AI to get the results you want. Because what happens is a lot of times when people utilize AI, they're not sure how to prompt AI. And you can just kind of hit the ground running, but the responses that you get back are not 100% what you're wanting. And that ultimately comes down to the prompt that we're giving it. And so the first thing that you must do is and we'll just use ChatGPT, you tell the AI, ChatGPT, I want you to act like, and then insert what you want it to act like. So if you want it to act like a copyright specialist who specializes in professional, emails, you tell it that. Or you can say, act as an executive administrative assistant to a CEO and a copywriting expert. You tell it those things, those professions or expertise, and then it knows what hat to wear. It knows what you're looking for. And then you tell it, I wrote an email. I want you to either you can say, rewrite this email in your professional tone and keep the length and the details that I'm sharing. Or you can say, condense this down into a shorter version and keep the professional tone and the key points of this and that. You just got to give it a little more direction. And then you can tell it again, like how long you want it. You want it to be the same length. You want it to make sure it keeps, certain information, write that out, spell it out, but you just give it a little more prompting, get a little more in depth with it, and it will give you what you want. And I do say that because I finally broke through that barrier, and I was like, now I'm getting the information I want and how I want it to be said. And, and it's keeping the meat and potatoes, or maybe it got everything right, but there's one sentence that I would rewrite. Okay, well, I call that a success, because at that point, I've saved so much time, because girl, I know it would take me an hour or 2 hours to write an email, because I'm trying to be professional, polite, but yes, I also have to be, maybe a little matter of fact about something. And I don't want to come off across being like, no, you're wrong and you got your shit wrong. You don't want to say that. And so, you want to keep that professionalism. So I do understand that on that home front. And so the other thing I would share is that, I don't know if you remember the Amelia Bedelia books. I'll be 42 tomorrow. I have no shame in my game. Tomorrow's my birthday. And age ain't nothing but a number, because I don't act 42. I don't even act 24. Let me tell you, I act about 4 + 2 is 6. I act about that old sometimes. But my point being is the Amelia Bedelia books. If you were a reader growing up, you remember the Amelia Bedelia, you had to give her specific instructions. Well, Amelia Bedelia is no different than AI right now, right? And so that would be just my 2 cents. I'm going to share this. Mr. Jones, what's your 2 cents on that?
I think one of the biggest things that we have to understand is that AI is here to help us. And as we shared, and I'll even start with this using my own example, right? Tara shared this AI tool with me, because we've had one, and it just went chaotic. It went crazy. And I was like, forget this, screw this.
You can go to Pinterest and see how chaotic it went.
It was crazy. And I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not doing this. And so I went back to doing my traditional way of posting. Then we found another one, and it worked. I reverted back to doing it the old-fashioned way. And Tara looked at me. She said, hey, why are you walking to work? What the hell are you doing? Why are you walking? I literally just got you a brand new Ferrari, and your ass is walking to work other than getting in the Ferrari and driving to work. And when she shared that analogy to me, I was like, oh, shit, she's right. She did just get me
all because you didn't know how to turn the blinker on.
All because I did. Well, not only that, it was because of the mindset. Mm-hmm. It was this doesn't work. Oh, this sucks. I was playing tricks on myself, as we all do when it comes to something new. Just as some of you guys can agree, when Zoom first came out and it started glitching on you, you're like, forget it, just give me a call. Some of you still might be that way. And so this is why we share with you guys the mentality of the perception of having something new. And this is what really helped us able to implement these strategies. And even more importantly, look, I was in school. You guys were in school. When teacher asked us to write a damn paper, what did we do? We went to Google. We copied and pasted shit. We changed a couple words, and then we put it in our paper. I'll speak for myself. My ass did that. So you can say what you want to say, but that's what I did. That is wrong, right? that was wrong. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Me copying and pasting and putting things, as it was mine, that was probably not the best idea.
Copyright issues.
But utilizing this AI allows us to ask this question, just like right now, these children are being taught how to utilize this AI and how to use this ChatGPT to express themselves better. And this is why we encourage you guys to also do these things so you can express yourself better and you can showcase this, because yes, you were the email queen, right, with our business. But now us utilizing AI, we both can write emails just like the other day. And this is something I'm going to share with you guys also. Your mic is still open, Ms. Diana. If you don't know that, I'm not sure if you know that. But this is where Dina. Yeah, there you go. And so this is where it allows you to really utilize these tools and not be afraid to utilize AI and utilize it to your advantage. And especially as we move into utilizing this metaverse, it's going to be to where you can utilize this AI to be a chatbot for your business, to where people can come into your immersive environment and be able to talk to a chatbot, aka AI, and showcase everything that you have. And so this is really where you guys get to be able to implement some of these new strategies.
I wanted to add one thing on top of that before we pass this back over to see if that helped Ms. Dina.
Yeah.
Was that, one thing Ms. Dina had shared was, is it, worth, not worth, I would say, is it, and I'm paraphrasing here, is that instead of having someone else do it, is it as authentic as what you would say, or is the, kind of like and so my 2 cents about that is, that's all up to the personal user. You know what I mean? For me, if I was in that situation and I was asking myself that question, yes, because of the way it comes down to the prompting. Again, back to that prompting. If you're digging into that prompting and you're asking it, it's going to give you a reply that when you read it, you're like, wow, that's exactly what I would have probably got to after an hour or 2 hours of refinement and proofreading. Now to have somebody else do that, that's your own, prerogative. If you want to pay someone else to do something like that, that's up to you, right? If you want to have that so it sounds, or, to me, again, in my opinion, for only myself and my experience, is for me, it alleviates and gives me my time freedom back. And, I don't have to pay for it because we don't use the paid version of ChatGPT. And so I don't have to pay for that. And I can get the response quicker. And a lot of times I look at AI as a proofreader, like somebody who's going through, like a teacher who would proofread it or say, hey, swap out this word for a synonym of a very alike word, for this. And you can prompt ChatGPT to do that if you would prefer. So, Mr. Jones?
So here we go. We're going to ask ChatGPT more questions about this.
Uno momento. Practicing my Spanish.
Hi, ChatGPT. How are you doing today?
Oh, it's in Spanish.
Oh, she's talking in Spanish. Hold on.
I did that.
Did you do this?
I did on accident because I said I'm practicing my Spanish, and it picked up Spanish at the end of that. So as David pulls that up and gets that pulled up and gets it back into English and not Spanish, because I accidentally just prompted it into Spanish. There you go. Key of prompting. Miss Dina, was that helpful information before we asked ChatGPT some questions? She might not be back. She might be away from her, running across. She's sprinting across the room back to her microphone. Well, there she is.
I'm driving in a really bad rainstorm right now.
Oh, well, please drive. And now we're losing you. That's okay, Ms. Dina. We'll when you get to a safe spot, you can come back in and or jump back onto Mike. We've lost you at the moment, but drive safely, please. That is the most important thing at this one. Ileana, welcome on up here, love. Would you love to jump in on this conversation?
Sorry about that. I had a granddaughter ask me the same question at the same time you asked me to come up. But listen, you got me when you said Amelia Bedelia. I'll tell you a little quick story, and then I'll jump into my fascination with ChatGPT. So my granddaughter's name is Amelia, and I've always called her Amelia Bedelia because I'm Amelia Bedelia book fan. And so those are the books that I picked up, and she learned how to read them, and she's learning, right? She's only 8 years old. And anyway, when she first started school, when you go to visit your teacher that first day, the little girl was already nervous as could be, and she went with her parents. And then when the teacher asked her, well, what's your name? She said, my name is Amelia Bedelia. And the whole little classroom started laughing at her. So she was really Amelia Bedelia at that point. But I love the way you brought that up and compared it to ChatGPT. So I run my own business, my own LLC. Hate spelling. I've never been a great English student. Even in elementary school and middle school or high school, I used to be the one that skipped English class because I hated writing synonyms, antonyms, whatever, verbs, all those tests. That was not my strong suit. But I have a high level of comprehension. So when ChatGPT came out, I heard about it. This was, ChatGPT has grown drastically, right? And I feel like if you're not on the bandwagon, then you're missing out on a great opportunity, because for someone like myself who runs a workforce education business, I use ChatGPT daily, and it has been a game changer. And when I say daily on everything, yes, you can utilize it and ask it simple questions with simple responses. But when it comes to being authentic, the more you prompt, like Tara said, which is a key word, the more authentic it can get. It can bust humor and jokes like I do normally. It could be as professional as I can be sometimes, or as corny as I need to be on a post. So ChatGPT for us, being a business owner, has been a game changer. I utilize it daily. I'm proud of it. I even have a series on LinkedIn called GP Talks because I'm a proud user. We use it for grant writing for thousands of fundings that we ask for, to simply emails, to emails where I really don't want to tell someone they suck and I don't want to work with you, but remaining professional with all my might. So I'm an open user of ChatGPT that has allowed me to network in a whole other arena of IT, right? With a whole bunch of different individuals that are in coding, that are doing amazing things in the IT world. That if I was not open and transparent that I am a ChatGPT user and throw myself out there as a test dummy or whatever it is that you want to call me, then there's no way that I would have been where I'm at now, in the sense of networking, collaboration. We create our own content daily, sometimes 2, 3 times a day. We, our monitor our media from our webpage to LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, all of those things that we're supposed to do. We do fall behind sometimes because I'm human, and you have to have that superpower all the time, and sometimes my superpower gets deleted, and I have to push back. But ChatGPT definitely is a time saver for someone like myself that has to multitask, not just my business, but personal life. We're human, we're just not business operating. Although I'm an empty nester and I can saturate myself in my business, it's a balance as well. And ChatGPT allows me to do that. I'll share another quick story before I get off. So this weekend, I took me and my husband away from our normal routine to kind of reset our mindset. And as we were traveling, our Chevy truck started having this little glitch where each time we would turn the wheel, it acted like it was going to get cut off. And as soon as we got to our destination, which we were about 6 hours away from home, we literally pulled up and the Chevy truck, as we turned into the driveway, completely pulled off. Now, we are the people that maintain our Chevy trucks, automobile, all of that, maintenance it, because we travel a lot, right? I rely on my Chevy for a lot, even working, right? Because we're blessed to have Wi-Fi in our truck. So, we're there a little bit late, about 7 o'clock in the south, 100 plus degrees. We decided to reflect, figure out what was going on. My husband was sleepless because he knew we were in the south, and mechanics just don't happen out there. I mean, you get those shady people that might open up your, and try to fix it, and then you walk away 5 minutes later and you break down in the middle of the highway. So I was a little tired and I was a little stressed. And then the next morning came up, and then my husband was like, "Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with the Chevy," And I said, "Well, you know what? Let me ask ChatGPT." And he looked at me because he's not technology, doesn't even have Facebook. Poor guy just loves to be him, right? And I love him for being him and letting me be the tech person. And so I got on ChatGPT and I asked it, and then I thought, no way, it's not telling me exactly it's pointing me to the things that I needed to check. So I asked it about 2, 3 different times, and then I showed it to the husband from step 1 to step 5 of the things that we needed to look for. And tell me why ChatGPT saved us thousands and thousands of dollars. Because if we would have took the Chevy in to one of these main dealers that that off the bat they charge you like $300-400 just to get your truck into the door, right? We literally had a loose cable wire. That was it. That was one of the first things ChatGPT told us to look at. The simple thing that I asked us: what can someone who doesn't have any mechanical intelligence, can they look for themselves? And those were the first things that it directed me to do. And sure enough, he tightened it, and we haven't had any problems since. And we made it home safely, and the Chevy's still on the road. So that's all I got to say. I'm a big ChatGPT. David, happy birthday. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate it. And God bless you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad ChatGPT saved y'all some money, and this is a
The
prime
mechanic.
example that we share with you all. This AI is just not for business. This AI is in all aspects of your life, and especially for you if you do have a business. I want you all to understand this. There's going to be two types of businesses. One that utilizes AI, another one that won't be here anymore. And this is what we continue to share with you all. You got to jump on board before it's too late. It would be like you right now saying you're not utilizing AI. It's like you saying, I'm not using internet for my business. That's where we're at this particular point. And especially as we move into this Web3, into this metaverse that we continue to share with you guys, that you guys can join us in and watch and join us from your phone, from your laptop, or your iPad, is that people aren't going to be asking you for your website. They're going to be asking you, what 3D immersive world are you in, so I can come and check you out and be a part of your community and gain these Hello coins, so I can get some free content, so I can get, maybe an AI video built for myself. Maybe I can join your Pivot membership for a certain amount of months if I collect this certain amount of points of your Hello coins. And so this is where we continue to share with you guys. We're not just talking about it, we're doing these things, and we want you guys all to take opportunity to do this. And so if you guys don't know, we are on TikTok Live. We are on Facebook Live. We're on LinkedIn Live. We're on Instagram Live. We're on Twitch Live. We're on X Spaces Live. We're on YouTube Live. We were on Chatter earlier. We're about to jump on Fanbase here in a little bit. But now, more importantly, guys, we got Chef Andy over here on our Clubhouse side. If you guys have not visited Chef Andy's Biz in a Box, I don't know what you're missing out on. He's absolutely amazing. He's about to do some amazing things come this year and be able to really showcase his business. And so we encourage you guys to go to singingchefsauces.com, and you'll be able to get access to all of his amazing pasta sauces. You can get some of his free recipes that he has going as well. And definitely you guys can come and join his metaverse storefront in our Hello Plaza and check out more about his pasta sauces and recipes. And this is what we share. I just had a great conversation with him earlier that, he can start utilizing his actual, his Hello Plaza storefront to do some actual, recipe classes where he can turn on his camera and do recipes, and it can be showed in his actual Hello Plaza that people can join him from all around the world to increase his engagement and, more importantly, showcase all of his sauces and amazing things that he has going. So, Chef Andy, brother, if you're here and you have any questions or anything you want to share with the people, please unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and let's go.
Well, thanks so much, David. Hey, Tara, by the way, happy birthday. And I know you two, I didn't realize you were, was it a cancer? You're going cancers, right? Both of you are cancers?
Save us. Save me.
Got flying lobster sometimes, not in a good way.
Unbelievable. Well, that's wonderful. I just wish you guys all the best. You're doing a great service to everyone in the world. Yeah, AI has been good to me. When I took my trip to Italy, I actually asked AI about the trip, and the singing chef returns to his home area, which was southern Italy, when I was going to Puglia in October. And it really came up with a really, really cool description of the area and of course, my background and a little bit about my family from southern Italy. It was really amazing. I'm sure there's a lot of more advances since October. But what a system. It was so good and so supportive. And I sent that to a few friends and said, wow, did you write this? I says, yeah, man. But yeah, AI is a really good tool. And, I believe that it's going to get better and better for all different applications regarding, assisting us in maintaining and achieving our passions and our goals. So this is a really good conversation. And I what I did, David, is I went to that Chatterit that you told me, but I couldn't get my username. I filled out all the form. I filled out everything, got my password, email, but it said username, and I was just stuck on that, so I just let it there. I don't know what my username was for that, that Chatterjee you told me to go to.
Yeah, so I'll have to.
Yeah. Yeah, David just went to the little boys' room real quick. Yes, he'll he'll ping you in the back channel and help you with that for sure.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
But anyway, this is a great conversation. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah. And so, what I want to be able to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT, some questions about social media campaign and how it can help out individuals, especially as we move forward. And we see we got Shandi over here on our TikTok live as well. And so definitely go check out his business box as well.
ShandiGoins.com.
And be able to check him out as well. And so here we go. We're going to ask ChatGPT some questions. And look, guys, if you're not great at texting, I want you all to understand you can go download ChatGPT on your computer or on your phone. You don't have to pay for this. This is literally when you go down to the very bottom, you'll see the little speaker where you can actually talk to ChatGPT. I know I'm horrible at typing. I literally go and talk to it. And so here we go. And so this is the Omni 4 that you can use. Hey, ChatGPT, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks. How about you?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. And so I got a couple questions about social media campaigns for businesses and entrepreneurs. If you could share with me why it is important for businesses and entrepreneurs to utilize social media to brand and market their business. Can you provide me 5 facts and stats of the importance of being able to utilize social media for their business?
I'm glad to hear you're doing amazing. Here are some key reasons why it's important for businesses and entrepreneurs to use social media for branding and marketing, along with 5 facts and stats. 1, increased reach. Social media allows businesses to reach a global audience. Over 4 billion people use social media worldwide, providing a vast potential customer base. 2, cost-effective marketing. Social media marketing is often more affordable than traditional marketing methods. For example, businesses can create and share content for free or use targeted ads to reach specific demographics. 3, enhanced customer engagement. Social media platforms enable direct interaction with customers, helping to build relationships and loyalty. Businesses that engage with their customers on social media see higher retention rates. 4, improved brand awareness. Regular social media activity helps businesses stay top of mind for their audience. Consistent posting and interaction can increase brand recognition and trust. 5, access to analytics. Social media platforms provide valuable insights and data on audience behavior and campaign performance. This information helps businesses refine their strategies for better results. Would you like more details on any of these points?
Yeah, can you provide me, 5 facts that prove the point of utilizing social media for your business?
Absolutely. Here are 5 facts that highlight the importance of using social media for business. 1, global reach. As of 2024, there are over 4.7 billion social media users worldwide. This vast user base means businesses can reach a global audience with their marketing efforts. 2, cost effectiveness. According to a survey by HubSpot, over 80% of marketers say social media has increased traffic to their websites at a fraction of the cost of traditional marketing methods. 3, customer engagement. A report by Sprout Social found that 78% of consumers are more willing to buy from a brand they follow on social media. This shows that engagement on these platforms can directly influence purchasing decisions. 4, brand awareness. Consistent social media presence can significantly boost brand awareness. Studies show that 75% of social media users follow at least one business, and 49% of those users report that they have made a purchase from a brand they follow. 5, analytics and insights. Social media platforms provide detailed analytics that help businesses understand their audience better. For instance, Facebook Insights and Instagram Analytics offer data on user demographics, engagement rates, and post performance, allowing businesses to fine-tune their marketing strategies. These facts underscore the powerful role social media can play in enhancing a business's marketing efforts.
Awesome. So, can you give me 3 reasons or downfalls of a company not utilizing social media for their business?
Sure. Here are 3 potential downfalls of a company not utilizing social media for their business. 1, missed reach and visibility. Without a social media presence, businesses miss out on the opportunity to reach billions of potential customers globally. This can significantly limit brand visibility and market growth. 2, reduced customer engagement. Social media allows for direct interaction with customers, fostering relationships and loyalty. Without it, companies may struggle to engage with their audience, leading to lower customer retention and satisfaction. 3, lack of competitive edge. Most businesses use social media to stay competitive. Not having a presence can make a company appear outdated or out of touch, potentially driving customers to competitors who actively engage online.
Awesome. So, what would you share with people that, or better yet, can you create me a social media campaign for the Hello LLC with 2 posts a day? Or actually, no, what? Scratch that. How many posts should a business post a day to make sure that they are keeping up with their marketing and branding content to the world?
The ideal number of posts can vary based on the platform and audience, but a good general guideline is Facebook, 1 to 2 times per day, Instagram, 1 to 2 times per day, including stories, Twitter, 3 to 5 times per day, LinkedIn, 1 post per day, TikTok, 1 post per day. Consistency and quality are key. It's important to ensure that the content is engaging and valuable to your audience. Would you like a sample schedule for Hello LLC based on these guidelines?
Absolutely. Give me 2-day social media campaign with 2 posts a day.
Sure, here's a 2-day social media campaign for Hello LLC with 2 posts per day. Day 1, post 1, morning. Good morning from Hello LLC. Start your day right with our top tip for mastering social media campaigns. Consistency is key. Social media tip C. Post 2, afternoon. Join us tomorrow for Hello LLC Helpful How-To Tuesdays. Dive into branding strategies with our experts at 4:30 p.m. EST in the Hello Plaza Metaverse. Don't miss out. How-To Tuesdays Hello Plaza. Day 2, post morning. Today is the day. Join us at 4:30 p.m. EST for our interactive session on mastering weekly social media campaigns. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, this event is for you. Entrepreneur's Edge, Hello LLC. Post 4, afternoon. Thank you to everyone who joined us for Hello LLC Helpful How-To Tuesdays. Missed it? Catch up on our social media channels and stay tuned for more insights on growing your business. Business growth, social media marketing. Feel free to adjust these posts based on specific events or content. Hello LLC wants to highlight.
Awesome. Thank you. So, could you please provide me a 2-day social media post for a financial advisor?
Certainly. Here's a 2-day social media post plan for a financial advisor. Day 1, post 1, morning. Good morning. As your trusted financial advisor, I'm here to help you navigate your financial journey with confidence. Ready to start planning your financial future? Let's chat. Financial planning trusted advisor. Post 2, wondering how to invest wisely? Stay tuned for my top tips on building a diversified investment portfolio. Knowledge is power when it comes to your financial goals. Investing tips, financial advisor. Day 2, post 3, morning. Planning for retirement? Let's talk about strategies to maximize your retirement savings and ensure a secure future. Schedule your consultation today. Retirement planning, financial freedom. Post 4, afternoon. Thank you to everyone who joined our webinar on retirement planning. Missed it? Contact me for a recap and personalized advice tailored to your financial goals. Let's plan your future together. Webinar recap, financial advisor. Feel free to adjust these posts to fit specific services or events your financial advisor may offer.
Boom. So that right there in itself, guys, is a prime example, especially for those of you that are, having trouble trying to figure out what your social media, should be about, this is what I would encourage you. Hopefully you don't have a crusty, dusty, old ass website that has outdated information. Hopefully you've upgraded to our Biz in a Box, to where literally we share with our clients to go and copy everything that we've put on their Biz in a Box and drop that into a Chat GPT, a brand new chat. And then you drop all that information in there, put any additional information in there, put all your services, all your products, everything, what's it for sale for. Give it as much information as you possibly can give it, and just hit enter. And then that is when you prompt it and you ask it, act as a social media specialist and a copywriter for the Hello LLC or the name of your business, and give me 3 to 4 posts a day for a social media campaign promoting my business. And guys, boom, it's going to shoot you out so many different ideas of how you could be social, or how you could be, promoting social media for your business, to where this is where we find that a lot of the times people are having problems actually promoting their business because you're not the marketer. And that's something that we share with people. You're great at the training, but you're not great at the transaction. So instead of you trying to figure it out, which a lot of the times people don't figure it out, and then what happens is they don't do it. And you just heard how important it is for you to have your social media up and going, then you're falling behind. And so this is where we encourage you guys to really implement these social media strategies and utilize this AI. Miss Dina earlier, shared with us and was being authentic. Hey, AI isn't my cup of tea, at the very beginning, but I decided to get out of my own way, stop allowing my feelings and my emotions and my opinions about what I might think it is, and actually press some couple buttons, and ta-da! It actually proved her to save her more time. And as she gets more affiliated with it and is able to put more content in the Chat GPT, it's going to start understanding her type of language and what she writes out. And she's going to be proficient at doing anything, where even for her, she could even put in all the art work that she's done and say, hey, can you give me some new creative ideas that I should, do for my artwork, and, share those with me. And it's probably going to give her a whole bunch of ideas that she might not have ever thought about. And this is what we share with you guys all. Stop allowing this AI. And this is where our education system has really, got us to the point where, oh, that's copy and pasting. Oh, that's cheating. Oh, that's this way and that way. No, it's a partner that's a learning language model that knows more than your teacher, more than your professors, more than your mama, more than your daddy, more than your broke brother-in-law or your uncle. And it literally will give you some information that you would not have thought about, or anybody else would have thought about. And so
it's a tool, just like your textbook is a tool, just like the projector machine that you're, and I'm going back to old school.
Yeah.
It's the laptops they now give you. It's all tools. They let you use PowerPoint. They let you use Word. They let you use the laptop. These are tools. And I heard someone the other day having a conversation about this, is that we need to learn as educators, and we're educators ourselves, because we all have an audience, a community that's coming to us for our knowledge and our value. Mm-hmm. We have to shift our mindset to understand, to utilize this tool, to show people how to utilize it. For instance, there was an educator that was teaching 10th grade, 9th and 10th grade English. And, with Chat GPT, people can go, and, utilize AI to write these essays or whatever. And the AI, detectors, how they have an AI detector to see if something, those things are flagging. I proved it out because I wrote an email by myself, 100% by myself. And then I gave it an email that was generated through AI, and it flagged mine that I wrote by myself as AI generated, and it flagged the other one as AI generated, but not as much. And I was like, and I put it through a couple of different detectors because I was trying to prove out some information to see if it was AI generated. And I was like, you can't trust that. So my point being is, educators can't trust that. This one educator who was the teacher for 9th and 10th grade English, in the instructions of the essay, because they were written instructions, she put in there a little chat GPT prompt. And so if you read the instructions, you knew to remove that prompt. But if you didn't, then it gave you your assignment back that was about pink hippos or something like that. The reason she did that was she even told him, utilize ChatGPT for this exercise. And I want you to answer these 5 questions in a 2-sentence format. And in that prompt, when she gave those instructions, she put a little hidden prompt. And if those who read the instructions saw that, and it said, remove this prompt from the following. If you remove this, then I know you're following instructions step by step, and you will get a passing grade on this assignment. Versus, she said 60% of the class all had a story or an essay about pink hippos in some sort of way. And it wasn't so much that it was a fail. It was the fact that she wants to start integrating ChatGPT AI, because she knows her kids are using it, her students are using it. So she's like, let's use it as a tool. But I'm going to also make sure that you're using it properly and you're not being lazy. And that right there, my friends, is how we help the community, is how we utilize and start shifting into utilizing AI to be a tool, just like our cell phone, just like our textbook, just like the chalkboard. Mr. Jones?
Yeah, that's so spot on. And so, guys, this is where we encourage you to really implement, social media and be able to understand how important it is for you to be implementing, social media into your business. And that's why we start out building people's foundation from their website, being able to implement systems into their business, and then being able to pivot them into this Web3, into this metaverse, so they can be able to strategize themselves and not worry about, how do I look? How do I show up? This, that, and the other. And more importantly, separate yourself, which is what we all want to do, is separate ourselves in our business. And social media allows you to do that. And look, you don't post. I'm going to tell you right now, do a live video. You can be walking in the park, turn the damn camera around of the other view of the ocean or whatever you're walking by.
Show the horse that gets out every day.
Yeah, show your dog, show your cat, and have a daily conversation with someone. And now with this AI, there's multiple, which we encourage you guys to go to our Biz in a Box and go to the bottom. We have a guide that has well over 35 different AI tools that you can be implementing into your business, to where literally you can take that live video, drop it into an app, and let the app splice it and dice it for you, put the captions on it for you. And I'll even give you a big one, CapCut. CapCut is free, okay? That you guys see on TikTok if you're using. You download that app, you literally do your live, you get that live recorded, you take it over to CapCut, you then drop it in there, and it lets you put content, put the captions on there. You can put a background on it. You can do razzle dazzle, put music behind it, right? And boom. Now, and then you can splice it up if you want to, or you can go get these apps and be able to do the same thing. And so this is where we encourage you guys to get out of your own way. And the things that you see other people doing, please don't be that person that says, I'm not good at technology. If your ass can't copy, paste, drag, drop, then we got problems, okay? And this is where we're at right now with having your business and building your business online and into the future. It's just you getting out of your own way. Real talk. That's what it's about. And so we encourage you guys to come and join us. Once again, look, tomorrow is Tara's birthday. There will not be no Wisdom Wednesday. I can go ahead and let you know that right now.
Nope.
No Wisdom Wednesday.
I will be eating buffalo wings. I'll be having a few beers.
Yeah.
I'll be playing arcade games.
Yeah.
I'll be bowling.
Yeah.
I might even be roller skating or go-karts.
They have a roller skating?
There's a few out there. Yeah.
Okay. No, we're not roller skating. Anyhow,
he might not be.
Anyhow, you guys be on the lookout for this Friday, our Getting Naked podcast, that we encourage you guys to come and join us live at Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have our Getting Naked podcast. If you want, drop into our Hello Plaza. We're going to have a big ass sign that says Getting Naked podcast to go up into our balloon from the Hello Plaza. And you guys can join us, be a part of our podcast. It's recorded. So, whatever you say is going to be recorded. It's going to be funny. It's going to be real. It's going to be raw. This is our authentic conversation. If you guys want to hear me and Tara get into it a little bit, I encourage you to go listen to last week's conversation. It was spicy, very, very effing spicy. Let's just say that at least. But this week, we're going to be having an amazing conversation on the real things that we wish we had known before we risked it all. And that's where we're going to be talking about, business. We're going to be talking about, just the mentality that we had to what we have now. Really a deep dive into, the things that we wish we would have known then that we know now, that we all talk about, and not regretting, but really reflecting on a lot of decisions, good and bad, where we're going to be sharing, personal stories from business. Hey, we probably should have handled it better this way. We did this, and this is what we learned from it. And as we share with you guys, failing is nothing more than feedback. And if your ass ain't failing, you ain't doing nothing. Okay? Flat out.
Failing is hailing a cab to success.
There you go, girl. Look at you.
Came up with that.
Look at you. You're good.
Oh no, I am.
Anyhow, y'all come and join us in our Getting Naked podcast on Friday. But until next time, you guys know the drill. Love,
kindness,
integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment,
and consistency. And until next time,
toodles.
Adios, amigos.
We'll see you guys later.
We will see you Friday.